going on, people? This is Speederman here once again with another film review, and this time I'm talking about a film called I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu. Yes, this is a sequel to the first I Spit on Your Grave, the OG I Spit on Your Grave, and this movie takes place 40 years later. So this movie gets the Halloween treatment, I guess, if you will. And yeah, wow, man. So I finally watched this film, and I have to say, I did like how this film picks up where the first one leaves off. So it's like 40 years later. Of course, Jennifer Hills is really old now. She has a daughter named Christy Hills. Her daughter's a model, and her daughter's very bored with the whole the modeling gigs that she gets. She wants to settle down. She wants a new life. She's just bored of the same old thing. And we have this mother and daughter reunion, and then all of a sudden, mother and daughter get kidnapped. And yeah, it's kind of like the same thing that happens in the first film, but the only difference is that the people, the bad guys in this film, are related to the people that died in the first film. I thought that was pretty interesting. Like the whole concept is pretty interesting. What happened in what's going on now and what happened in the past, how it's all connected. But the problem with this movie is that the acting is very bad. I mean, even what's her name, Camille Keaton, like her acting was really bad. In this film, and her daughter. I mean, her daughter was probably like the only decent actress, but everybody else in this movie, their acting is terrible. They could have got better actors to play these characters, and it's very over the top. And I mean, it's very like they really. I feel like they really dumbed down like the bad guys. Like the rednecks. Um, but I mean, and another thing too, this film is over 2 hours long, so it really becomes like this chore that you have to watch this film, and it becomes like very, very. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but it just drags on too much because, I mean, there's a story, there's a good story here. It's just that the acting is not on par with the story. I think that's the main problem why this film wasn't as good. And yeah, man. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, it's a low budget film. It looks low budget. I mean, the gore effects are pretty cheap. It just feels like nobody put really a good effort into this film. I mean, they had all this time to make a sequel to the original, and I feel like nobody really cared. Like that, there wasn't enough love to put in this film, and it shows when you watch it. I mean, it just feels like they didn't care, man. And I don't know. I really wanted this film to end. I have to say, this is one of the worst sequels ever. Like, don't ever buy this film. If you could watch it for free, yeah, go ahead. You got nothing to lose. But I was really expecting more from this film, like better acting. Um, I guess I wasn't really expecting much because this is a sequel, and it's just like the same. It's the same crap, the same sort of plot over and over again. It's just different characters. And that's what you get with this film. You don't get nothing new. Nothing really new. Like if you ever seen like the remake or uh, the sequel to the remake, part two, which had nothing to do with the remake, and then you watch part three, which was the sequel to the first remake, and it just there's also another film too. Like they just kind of did like the whole Halloween thing with this, though with the Halloween series, with Halloween 1 and 2, and then Halloween 3. Season of the Witch, which had nothing to do with it. So it's kind of like the whole Halloween bullshit all over again with these films. There is gore in this film. There's a rape scene and everything that you expect, but it's not that like it loses its impact just because the way it's done. It's very amateurish, and I don't know, man. I wish they would have spent like more money on this film. Better actors, man. That would have helped this movie a lot. Because I am a fan of these films. After I watched all the films, and I enjoyed them. And even like the remake had a better budget than this, man. Like the remake is actually one of my favorite movies in the series, but man, dude, like I don't know what happened. They dropped the ball on this, and I was really disappointed. Without spoiling the movie, you kind of predict a lot of things that happen in the movie. Like if you already seen these other movies, it's not really anything new here, like I said. But yeah, man, the daughter pretty much carries the movie, towards the middle and the end. But I mean, I don't know, man. I really was expecting something better than what I got with this film. I gave this film like a freaking 3 out of 10, man. It was pretty bad, pretty terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't even buy this film. I would just pass on buying. If you're still curious, though, if you're a fan of the series and you still want to watch it, go ahead. But I wouldn't spend no money on watching this film, like for reals. And it just came out on the 23rd of April too, so whatever. But it is what it is, and that's what I thought about I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu. If you guys like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. 100 subscribers. Peace out.